Welcome to another reading. Today we are only looking at a collective message of what you need to know at this current time in your life. So you can relax, take a deep breath, and we shall begin. Okay, embrace your inner gypsy, freedom, fun, and music. So they want you to have more fun, psychic strength, shield, talisman, and gold light. They want you to be more carefree. I think a lot of people are way too stressed in their mind because of everything that is happening, first on a global scale, and then maybe even in their own country, maybe even in their own family, in their own relationship, in their own mind. It's like there's so much heavy energy, and they want you to shake that off. I'm hearing danger is real, but fear is a choice. When you're in your fear emotion, you are not only limiting yourself, but you're stressing your body out, so you eventually get illnesses. Everything stems down to two energies, love or fear. If it's not rooted in love, then it is rooted in fear. So things like the ego, like the negative side of the ego, right? Jealousy, hate, anger, dwelling in depression, just staying in a negative state is rooted in fear. A lot of people wonder why there's so much surveillance in the world. It's because those who are putting that surveillance on us are in fear of us. They know the power we have if we all rise up, if we stopped obeying, if we stopped going to work, if we stopped paying taxes, if we stopped watching the news. They know what power we have. And that's why they want more and more surveillance, because they want to see every move we make. They're creating a system where they are trying to see or predict the future. Why? Because they want to know our every move ahead of time. So it is important to create protection around you, to raise your vibration, your frequency of your own body and your own mind, in order to have that protective layer around you. And the way you do that is through not staying in fear. Right? It's like protecting yourself with a good structure, but still being able to have fun, to laugh, to smile. Because laughter and positivity, it brings you into a state of love. Right? And darkness and fear, it cannot penetrate love. That's why you need strong morals and values, because then you know what you stand for. You're not pulled in different directions. You're not full of doubts. You're not questioning, right? You are strong in what you believe. You know what you want. And that strength gives you the power of protection. Because no one then can try to steer your mind in a different direction. They can't, because you're strong in your beliefs. Okay, so they want you lighthearted. They want you in that state of being lighthearted. And other ways you can do that is try to focus on the little things. Look at the beauty around you in the midst of chaos. Okay, the flower that grows despite the snow that's falling. The smell of a plant as you pass it by. The way a bee goes from flower to flower and does its work. The way a butterfly flutters around you. Or the warmth of the sun. The way the waves go to and fro on the shore, right? Just notice the little things and smile, because those things are what make this planet worth living on. It's not society, it's not people, it's not governments, it's not rules or regulations or any of that. It's nature. It's beauty, true, authentic beauty, the ones that is felt through spirit. Okay, seeing a group of wild horses run free on a field, a koala carrying its baby, a dolphin swimming and leaping out of the ocean or sea in full joy and enthusiasm. Those are the things that is worth living for. So once you embrace that raw nature, that purity, the truth, once you get in tune with it and become more carefree, there's nothing that can touch you. Because that vibration, it stems from inside, but it goes outside and it pushes away the fear. There are dark beings that cannot get through to you when you vibrate on a higher frequency. You got earth magic, nature, rituals, and charms. It's basically telling you to, even though there is a card in this deck about connecting to nature, but it's still giving you that sign of not just being in nature and going out and walking, but using nature and infusing it and merging it within your own life. Maybe having more plants in your home, meditating and connecting to your plants. We got a confirmation. To your plants and earth and the earth element. Maybe there's some specific type of flowers or plants that you really love, that you feel more in tune with. Surround yourself with that, right? Create little rituals for yourself, and don't look at what others are doing and the rituals they're performing, because that's their thing. You need to create something for yourself. So something that feels natural. Maybe you like to go on the beach and feel the sand under your feet while you chant some incantation or repeat some affirmation to yourself, right? It's like connect with the element that you feel the most drawn to, the most natural with, and try to somehow create some sort of ritual that makes you feel good, that makes you feel powerful and in tune with yourself and everything around you. The most natural state that people should be living in are smaller communities surrounded by nature. Because when you have a smaller community, there's less crime. Everyone knows everyone else. They know how they were brought up, they know their family history, they know their family tree, right? And they connect. They're a small community. They watch over each other's kids as these kids run around the streets and play outside. Everything feels more natural. We have disconnected from nature and from each other when we live in bigger cities, when we just focus on our own lives, when we don't care about our neighbors. It's all based on ego and fear. Live in transparency. Honest, authentic, genuine, present. So you have to live in the moment. Okay? When someone is talking to you, stop thinking about what you're gonna say. Truly listen to their words. Listen to the tone they speak with and what the tone they use, because that will also tell you what they are actually feeling at that time, despite maybe looking happy and, surprised or whatever. It's like the more in tune you are with what is happening right now in the moment, you're going to feel more, you're going to know more. Start to observe your own thoughts. What are you thinking on a daily basis? Okay, start to be more truthful with yourself. Don't say one thing but do another. Acknowledge the fact that you're not in tune with who you want to be. Okay? You might feel shame or guilt or even uncomfortable because you're trying to be something but you see that you aren't that. And that's okay, because understanding the truth already puts you on it puts you ahead of other people, because now you're facing the truth, you're acknowledging what you truly are, and that's when you can start to build yourself, to change what you want to change, whether it's bad habits, toxic habits, or just staying true to your actual word. When you tell someone you're going to be somewhere, be there. Come even earlier if you can, just to make sure that you're there on time. Okay? Don't make promises you can't keep. Be honest with who you are, what you like, what you don't like, and stop pretending just to fit in. Wanting to fit in with toxic people makes you toxic in the process. Okay? Be alone if you have to. Isolate yourself if you have to, just to remove yourself from bad people. Your tribe will find you when you align with the energy you need to align with. Same as if you're looking for a partner, right? If you want someone that is, and I don't mean high value in the sense of these like red pill communities are stating. I'm talking about high value as in they are connected with their physical, their mental, their spiritual, where they are who they say they are, where they do what they say they're going to do, right? Truly high value, quality people. If you want to connect with that type of person, you have to embody that energy, because you're trying to align. Everything on this planet is spiritual and energy work. The physical is just a result of what the spiritual has created. Because, like, people may ask, why is the world as it is, right? So negative. It is because you have been programmed to watch fear. And because of fear being in the collective mind, it is then creating fear in the world physically. It is allowing kids to be stolen off the streets and put into trafficking and tortured. That fear is creating so much negativity in this world. If we all started to function on actual pure, raw honesty and love, to stay in tune with the planet, her own heartbeat, tending to her, cleaning up garbage from her forests, cleaning up garbage from her seas, her veins. That is when we start to shift the energy of this planet, and those that want us in fear state won't be able to tolerate our good energy. And we will then overpower them without even touching them, without even protesting, just changing how we vibrate. And you shouldn't be waiting for someone else to change. Change yourself, because that frequency is going to ripple out of you and start changing everyone around you. Homeland. Arrival, a journey ends, establishment, building, settled. First thing I heard, I'm getting chills right now. First thing I heard is come back home. And I don't mean home as in a structure. I mean come back to nature. Nature has always been our home. We have always been welcome in her home. Okay, this is about returning back to the basics, back to where we come from. Feeling the ground on our bare feet, connecting to that sacred energy, connecting to her heartbeat. She is always there, wanting to welcome us back. She wants us to build something sacred, something of quality with her. All the cures you'll ever need are inside her garden. Vulnerability. Open your heart, allow yourself to be tender. What I'm feeling here is that she's feeling that everyone's heart has become like stone. You hate people, you hate society, you hate everything, but the thing is, at the end of the day, you're even hating yourself. She wants you to open your heart, to be vulnerable, to state how you truly feel, to start sharing your emotions even with yourself, because it's like your fear of your own emotions, your own vulnerability. But the thing is, that human side of you is what makes you strong. Your heart, your ability to love, to care, that is what makes you strong. Anyone can become a little child and start throwing fits and tantrums and punching and kicking and throwing things. Anyone can do that because that's immature energy. Mature energy is knowing you can, but not doing it. It is about being mature. It's about being strong, but helping the weak. It's not about bullying someone who's weaker than you. It's about helping them. Helping animals thrive, helping nature thrive. Seeing someone being bullied and stopping it. Whether it's you stepping in, whether it's gathering a bunch of people and stepping in, whether it's calling the cops, whatever it is, but not just standing by and watching or filming it. Doing something. Allow yourself to be tender, and you can practice that by doing it on yourself, like by yourself, in a safe space, right? Maybe crying, maybe journaling your emotions and what you truly feel, admitting to yourself things that you didn't want to admit before. She wants you to be vulnerable because that's how nature functions. When a lion is hungry, it doesn't pretend it's not. It goes out there and hunts. When it's not hungry, it's not going to attack a zebra that's passing by because it's not hungry. Nature is always honest, it is transparent, it is authentic, and that's how she wants people to live. And honesty doesn't mean being rude. You can say honest things, but still be respectful. She wants you to have a childlike spirit about you, to dance in the rain, to laugh, to have fun, to be vulnerable with someone, to open your heart and love as fiercely as you can, even if it might end up breaking your heart. But it was worth it, because in that moment you felt the most alive, the most seen, the most heard, the most happiest. It's a moment in time that is something that you can cherish. Oh, okay. You got the eye patch. Perspective, ego, blind spots, awareness, learning, humility. She wants you to take off the blinders. So many of you are refusing not to see the truth of what is happening because you prefer to stay in your bubble of comfort, because you want to come home and chill on your couch and watch TV and eat your poison food and just pretend that everything is fine when everything around you is falling apart. People are not aware of the power they have, the fact that they can overthrow their own governments, the fact that they can literally stop this entire machine from running just by everyone at the same time skipping work, not participating. It's that simple. It doesn't have to be chaotic. It's literally that simple. They made us believe that it would take, I remember that from like grade 7 in my geography textbook, they made us believe that it would take thousands of years for the planet to return back to its natural form, for pollution to stop or to be wiped out, for everything to grow back. But that wasn't the case. Just look at the times when we were under quarantine. 2 weeks, the air was more fresher, the sky was bluer. Dolphins were coming back where they haven't been seen for years. Everything started to heal. Just 2 weeks, not thousands of years, not one generation, 2 weeks. That's the power we have. You got the barrel, storage, order, containment, preparation, efficiency, practicality. It's talking about preparing. She's referring to the barrel as your own flesh, your own containment, your flesh that contains your own soul, the real you of who you truly are. That order, it's like putting things in order, making yourself into a machine of its own, of standing up and filling it with only the things that are of quality, of things that you want to become. You don't want to become a barrel of toxicity. You want to become a barrel that stores something healthy and worthwhile, something that is important to the mission at hand. Okay? You don't know what the future holds, and one day you might be asked to stand up, but the thing is, you're feeling lethargic, you're feeling down, you're feeling lazy because of the food you've been eating, because of the pills you've been taking. So many illnesses stem from a bad diet. It makes your brain foggy. It makes your organs not work as they should be. It makes you weak. You got coconut. Effort, nourishment, reward, patience, inner riches, persistence. So staying persistent and truly working on yourself, on your own health, because you will see the rewards. Less doctor visits, less money going to pharmaceuticals, right? The more nourishing your body is, the more healthier you are. Eating non-GMOs, growing your own food, knowing what sources to purchase from, going to farmers market and buying local, especially meat, because the meat in your grocery stores might not even be real meat anymore. You can't always trust labels. You have to research what the labels actually mean, because sometimes you may think it's organic when really it's just a little twist in what they mean by organic. Right? So you have to do the research, you have to be persistent, but then it's like once you do the work, you'll just continue buying the same thing. You won't have to think about it or research it anymore. You got the mermaid comb. Cleansing, sacred space, ritual, feminine power, self-care, inner beauty. This goes back to the earth magic and rituals. So making sure you're caring for yourself. Be in your feminine. The feminine energy is all about inner beauty. Taking the time to truly work on yourself. on who you are, on feeling greater and better. Cave. Okay, so you may not see what is happening or what the future holds. Okay, there is darkness there. There is the unknown. But being prepared for it and making sure that you are at least treating your body well, that you are the one raising your own frequency. Because you can't raise your frequency if you're dulling yourself down with bad food. With food that you're just going to microwave. Throw that microwave out. It's pure radiation. You got seashells. Purpose, self-worth, talents, uniqueness, inner gifts. So she is telling you, you are a unique soul. You're not meant to do what everyone else is doing. The passions, the skills you have are there for a reason. You need to act on them. You are worthy. Every shell, no matter how different, how strange or unusual, what colors they have or represent, or what shapes they come in, right? Whether they're small little shells that a creature can hide in, or whether they are bigger shells that food can be in, or pearls can be created in, it doesn't matter. They're all worthy. Okay, so she's telling you, you are worthy to live, to not just exist, but to thrive, to work on the talents that you have, to remind yourself of that inner child that loved to imagine and be carefree and live in full wonder and amazement of the world around them. That's what she wants from you. Pirate, rebellion, self-empowerment, boldness, authenticity, confidence, and freedom. She is telling you that you need to live in your own rhythm. Okay? Be the rebellion. Be the vigilante. Do what is right. Okay? Whether it's in your own life, whether it's in society, do what is right. Don't just stand by. Don't just be an observer. Go out there and do what's right. Be empowered within yourself. Have the confidence of what it is you want and going for it. Okay, be authentic. This whole reading is about transparency, being honest, authentic, improving your own self, and changing those around you. Okay. It is time to heal your inner child, to break down the structure of pain, of hate, of something that has built on a false identity, on false foundation. It is time to truly remove that. Start from scratch. I would encourage you all, if you haven't done so, I've mentioned it so many times, but if you haven't taken the time, go through every room of your house, even if it's one room a day. You don't have to do it all in a day if it's too overwhelming, if there's too much stuff. And if there is too much stuff, if you've been a hoarder all your life, maybe do one room a week, okay? But please purge. Go through your stuff. Remove things from previous relationships, previous friendships, toxic people, things that remind you of other people, that, let's say, you don't want to be reminded of. Things that are broken, that are torn, that are faded, that don't have the same purpose as it should have had. Remove it all. Okay, start purging. Something is coming to you that may be something of such pure quality, of such pure intensity, but it's like you're preventing it from stepping in because you are surrounding yourself with shit that you don't need, with things that still keep you in the past, with things that limit you, that prevent you from moving forward, that are maybe too cluttered, and this thing doesn't have room to come in because everything is already filled. Make room for new possibilities. Okay? Start tearing down the foundation. It can be hard, it can be overwhelming and stressful, but it has to be done, because then you are creating a movement. You're making your mind think of what is to come. It is creating movement where you're stepping ahead and you're not being held back anymore. And you do need patience. I don't know if somewhere here, if a card here somewhere stated that there's patience involved. I thought I saw it somewhere. But there is patience that is required before this thing comes into your life, before the greatness happens. Because with the Three of Cups here, there is a time of celebration. And underneath the deck, you got the Emperor. So this is energy. I wanted to say this is big dick energy. But this is energy where you're building something of such high quality and high value. Think about what an emperor is. An emperor is someone not only that rules, but someone so wise, right? Someone of strength, of honor, of someone that basically people look up to and feel honored to even be in their presence, right? It's like they have accomplished something that many haven't. They come to this state of being emperor because of the wisdom they have, of the strength they have, of the respect they have from everyone around them. That is the energy that wants to come in for you, but you first need to destroy this foundation of what was. You need to move on and let go. Okay, so take the time. Take the time to remove yourself, distance yourself from people that you see don't even have your best interest at heart, that talk behind your back, that make you feel unworthy, okay? Distance yourself. It's okay to be alone. When you're alone, you will find out so much more about yourself. You can have so much more free time to read, to go on walks, to just enjoy your own company, okay? Remove the shit in your house that you don't need anymore. Go through your closets, rearrange your furniture to make things fresh and new. Dust, clean, wash the floors. Change the pictures that are in your frames. I don't know. Just start changing everything. Go through your phone. Delete shit that you don't need. Take the time. The longer you prevent yourself from doing this, the longer it'll take for better things to trickle in. Because energy needs time to settle. So even if you did clean, it doesn't matter, it doesn't mean it'll happen right away. It still needs time. So do it. The sooner you do it, the sooner the dust, so to speak, will settle, and things will slowly start to trickle in. You'll see more opportunities, more growth, better people coming in, more business opportunities, whatever it is. Look at what is around you and what needs to be let go of. Whether it's people, whether it's things in your home, whether it's things in your phone, right? Digital content, whatever it is, start destroying the foundation. And you will notice how much more lighter you feel. Because when you do physical tasks like that, you're also cleansing away mental energy. Okay? So let us take one final message for you. No, you don't break that easily anymore. Instead, you use things as fuel, like an alchemist. Sometimes the better question is not why, but why not? No risk, no magic, exist boldly. And let's get one more. Oh, you got two. Love can never leave you. It simply shapeshifts and returns in different forms, seeking you. And the last one, sometimes it's the season to manifest things out of your life. Move on to new magic. Exactly what I've been saying, right? Purge. Get rid of the shit you don't need. And you will be amazed at what happens. It's like I try to purge once a year, typically before spring comes in, so that once spring comes in, all that new energy can just flow in, right? Because I purged at the end of winter. But you can purge at any time. It doesn't have to be spring or winter. Just start removing. Take your time, a little in the day. Even small steps, right? Keep moving you forward. So I hope this helped. I hope that you take the time to do what is necessary to purge, to become the rebellion, to work on yourself, to say no to toxicity and this dumbing down of what they're trying to do to you. And start standing up for something, knowing what you truly believe in and standing up for it, having morals, having values. Stop showing your ass online. Like, people don't need to see your private business. Okay, keep your sacred things only for special person, or just for yourself, whatever. Okay, if you need the validation, then work on healing whatever it is you need to heal. Maybe you didn't get the attention you needed as a child. Okay, start healing yourself and working on yourself. So, collective, I hope this has helped. I wish you guys luck. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. All my socials and personal reading, everything will be linked down below. And I'll see you guys next time.